Hello, everyone. This is Oni, and today for you, I have a review for a game called Worse Than Death. And this is a horror adventure. It was developed and published by an indie studio known as Benjamin Rivers Incorporated, and it was released on PC and consoles in October 2019. As usual, if you watch the video, it's just going to be a random clip of me completely failing at the game. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's just get into the review, shall we? It's been 10 years since Holly and her friends graduated high school, but now it's time to go back and have all the awkward conversations that come with the high school reunion. As Holly gets back to town and meets up with her best friend Flynn, they go to the high school and their night of fun begins. Hooray! As Holly's walking around the school to look for Flynn, considering he said he was just going to the bathroom, she ends up coming across the dead body of a fellow classmate. Next thing you know, she's being chased around town by a weird otherworldly specter trying to find Flynn. The game does a great job at building up a fantastic mystery of who the killer is that is just massacring everybody in your class. It also doesn't do the best job at hiding who the killer really is. By the time you're halfway through the game, it's very obvious as to what the answer to that mystery is. Holly's best friend Grace ended up dying in a car crash 2 years ago, and it does not let you forget this. It brings it up literally within the first few starting minutes. A lot of the lore you find around the world and a handful of levels all tie back to Grace somehow. The one thing the game didn't answer that really aggravated me is how it happened. You're just left guessing how it all could have happened. It doesn't even seem like Holly cared. On the topic of not caring, the story doesn't even care about all the death that happens. It always boils down to, oh no, this person was such a jerk, but they certainly didn't deserve this, and it doesn't go any further than that. You don't even see any fallout from any of the events that occurred, and nobody cares. The game only has a few gameplay elements to it. Run and hide from the specter that wants to eat your face, and puzzles. I was expecting the specter to follow you consistently, or be in multiple areas at all times, but in every level, it really just sat in one spot. So while I had to get past it, I had to slowly walk to a safe point where it couldn't see me, wait for it to walk by, then continue walking, because if I ran, it would notice me and eat my everything, causing me to restart. A few times it did kind of scare me when I didn't understand the range of it. When you're not hiding, the bulk of the gameplay is spent searching the areas you're in for items you can interact with that either give you a key to open a door or give you a clue to completing a puzzle. None of these puzzles are challenging, and that's a good thing. They require you to put in a tiny amount of thought, but after only a few seconds, I had the solution figured out, so I never felt like my progress got impeded by a ridiculous solution to a puzzle that would just end up hurting my head. This let the horror aesthetic stay in place for the entire game, and it did an excellent job at keeping me on my toes in every environment. Heck, even some of the jump scares got me a little bit. The one thing that never made sense to me the whole time I was playing is that when you're working your way through the areas, sometimes you have to interact with an object, whether to jump over a box or a gap. Usually in other survival games, the enemies have to do the same animations, so you get a bit of extra time to get away. But not here. No. The Spectre just runs behind everything in the background. Even the odd time you have a random NPC following you, they just pass through the objects as well. I just don't understand why you would make your animations work that way. This was a surprisingly spooky game. I didn't expect much considering some games like this just don't do it well, especially in the side-scrolling gameplay. I just wish it answered the big questions it threw at you the whole time. For a few bucks though, the game is well worth playing, and it only takes a few hours to finish, so it is nice and quick. And that's why I'm giving Worse Than Death a 7 out of 10. Now, I hope you enjoyed the review for this game. It really was a short game with not much to it, so I did honestly find it a little hard to review and talk about. But um, if you want to read the written article to it, it's in the description down below. Same with my Twitter link if you want to follow everything I do. And the Node Gamers Discord link is down below if you want to talk to me about this review, other reviews, games, life, whatever. We are nice people there. We always enjoy seeing new faces, and I hope you come along. So I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night. And until next time, everybody, goodbye.